Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the BG Show. So I'm doing a Aquaman 2 spoiler review. This is your official spoiler warning. Okay, so like I said in my non-spoiler review, this movie wasn't bad. It's like reminds me of a late 90s movie. Let me kind of get into the plot really quick. So Black Manta survived. This is probably my favorite part of the whole movie. I absolutely love Black Manta. It's absolutely hilarious. Aquaman has such a small rogues gallery that essentially they just need Black Manta to get his ass kicked, regroup, come back, get his ass kicked again. And that's exactly what he does in this movie. He takes so many bumps again. They just bring him back. He's probably one of the dumbest villains. I love him, but he's probably one of the dumbest villains. Like, can someone tell him that he has laser beams and not to make everything a fist fight? You're never going to win a fist fight. The whole point of your suit is to keep things at a distance. He doesn't realize this. So the movie is about him kind of finding this trident, and this trident kind of leads him, kind of like Lord of the Rings, through Return of the King, Lord of the Rings 3, with the ghost army, and he kind of is searching for this lost kingdom. I hate when movies do anything with a lost kingdom. I think it's so lazy. We've seen that title in so many different franchises, so many different movies. Going through the movie, Amber Heard is there in bits and pieces. There's one scene where she saves him, which I'm surprised they kept in. I didn't think they'd do that. The movie is paced pretty well. Other big spoilers, Patrick Wilson came in great shape. So Patrick Wilson is saved earlier on in the movie by Jason Momoa, and they're kind of go on a little bit of a buddy cop adventure throughout the movie. I thought the first half of this movie was maybe better than the second half. I thought once it got kind of clunky towards the end with the army and everything. I'm trying to think and recap the movie. They brought back Tamura Morrison to be his father. It's kind of funny they made Jason Momoa like a single father to try and get Amber Heard out of this movie. So there's a lot of scenes with him watching this baby by himself with his father. A lot of the sets look like Spy Kid sets. I think they must have cut back the funding a little bit on this movie, realizing it wouldn't be that big. A lot of the sets look... you can tell it's not, obviously they're not on a submarine, but you can clearly tell it's a set a lot of the times. There's no connection to the DCU, which surprised me. There's no cameos. There's nothing like that. In terms of the other big spoilers, there's really no big death scenes. Black Manta dies at the end. He kind of kills himself. Aquaman gives him the opportunity to rescue him, but he kind of just says no. I love the Black Manta stuff. I can kind of just watch it over and over again. There's really not that many other big spoilers that I can think of in this movie. The one thing I'll say is this movie starts out and Jason Momoa is kind of recapping Aquaman 1, and I absolutely hate this. It's quick. It's like 60 seconds, but it's, if someone missed Aquaman 1, don't be ashamed. This is DCU's problem, is they're always ashamed of who they are. Don't be ashamed of having a movie that came out maybe 5 years ago. Let someone see it. You don't have to recap the entire first movie, which totally waters it down. Make someone go back and see it. I hope they don't do this going into the new movies. Random subplots throughout the movie. There's a scientist, the one who plays Asian Jim in The Office. I forgot his name. He's also an Ant-Man. He is in this movie just way too much. They kind of don't know whether to make him serious or make him a joke, so he kind of gets caught in the middle. A lot of his lines, you don't know whether he's trying to be serious and just not acting well, or he's trying to be funny, so you don't really know. At least I don't think whether to take it seriously or whether he's acting. There's a lot of scenes on land and on water. That's kind of the big differentiator. A lot of the stuff in the water doesn't look good. It sounds good, but it doesn't look good. I think they probably pulled back and they could have added on another $100 million to CGI to this movie and made it look way better. This movie has all the bones of a good movie. The writing is just poor. The writing, Nicole Kidman's lines, a lot of Jason Momoa's lines. You could have beefed up this movie and made it really, really good. I thought it had the bones of a good movie. They just were kind of lazy with it. I didn't really care about his son. His son is a big part of this movie. Him and Amber Heard have a son, but you can tell they tried to get Amber Heard out of this movie, so they took Amber Heard's role, and they kind of like had her in the water and not really around the family as much. I don't know, it was cut very well. I don't know if they're reshoots or whatever. But overall, I give this movie about a 6 or 6.5. There's not much to spoil. That's kind of my review of this movie. I think it was pretty solid. I wouldn't run and go see it. It's probably a movie night for Max. I'm trying to think of other spoilers. Other than Black Manta dying, I really can't think of too much. You know, at the end, they get revealed to the world, Atlantis, but it doesn't really have much meaning. They tried to set up, you know, the whole movie. Patrick Wilson doesn't call him brother, but then he calls him brother at the end, but it doesn't really hit that well. So there's all this stuff like this. Overall, I wouldn't take it too seriously. It's a solid movie. It's a mid-tier superhero movie. That's my spoiler review. Thanks, guys, for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.